Hey everyone, welcome to AHRK Encounter. I'm your host Maha, and I'm so grateful to be back. We're here at the new AHRK studio, new location, new energy, so I'm just excited to be here. Friends, we know that it's not too late to make it a thriving year, but it takes having some vision, it takes some goal planning, so we got the perfect guest for the conversation. And he's a VIP. With our awesome guide, Casey Cox, together we are going to encounter vision and goal setting through the lens of communication. So let's get started on our AHRK journey with this video.
AHRK is the lifestyle path to better choices. It empowers us to live life to the fullest and paves the way for people like you and me to discover our unique purpose and passion. Choosing to walk the AHRK path invites transformation and growth in 5 key areas of life: leadership, communication, mindset, community, and lifestyle. As we dive into these lenses, they redirect our focus and guide us into a deeper understanding of where we're at today and where we're going tomorrow. This is AHRK Encounter. Welcome to the AHRK Path.
My name is Casey and I am your guide today, and we are going to navigate communication and vision and goal setting. What a great topic to really lean into and discover, how can I live my best life now? Because on the AHRK path, that's really what we're going after, this lifestyle of better choices. And what better way to measure better than by setting goals and following a plan for a great vision? Today, as we engage the lens of communication, we're going to recognize that communicating a vision can be difficult. Maybe sometimes even impossible, especially if it's not your vision. And so we brought in a guest today that does live as a VIP. He doesn't have to be a CEO to really grasp and understand the power of communicating vision and goal setting for the team to rise to a new occasion. So let's adventure into a new topic of vision and goal setting with Adam Lockhart. Adam, welcome to the AHRK Encounter. How are you today?
Well, thank you, Casey. And I'm so honored to be here. And the new studio is amazing.
Well, and you know the difference because you were with us at a former studio.
Yeah.
Today we're back and you're a returning guest for us to enjoy going, hey, life continues to ebb and flow. It goes forward. And if you don't know what you're reaching for, you're never going to get it. So Adam, as we start into this encounter, we often talk about the VIP and people look at the values of being unarguable, the identity as being unshakable, and your purpose as being undeniable. My question for you is invite a little bit to somebody who's new. What happens when you hang out on the AHRK path? So how are you more unarguable than you were 6 months ago, than you were for your encounter of AHRK a little bit over 3 or 4 years ago? As you move forward, what does more look like?
Great question, Casey. And I think for me, it's just having the reflection, just having the moments from all the encounters that I've watched and all of the different testimonials from people on the AHRK path, and learning from them, and then taking that and reflecting back on how I'm living my life with it and how I can share that with my family and friends.
So you become more confident of your story as you engage with other people's story to kind of be able to hear the difference.
Yeah.
And so as we draw out that VIP, Adam, talk to us about vision and goal setting. Don't go deep into it, but just what role do you fulfill at your current office setting where vision and goal setting, how often do you have to touch vision and goal setting? And this is part of your identity. What is your role in that situation?
Daily. So I'm always looking at vision, goal setting. I try to adapt a habit where I take a step back from the business, because we are involved in the business every day, where I need to take a step back, look at the whole ecosystem, look at all the companies that we're part of, and really look at where we at today and where do we want to be at in the future? Where do we want to be at next month? Where do we want to be at 6 months from now and next year? And that's how I set goals for myself, for the and taking Bernard's leadership and his visions, and also sharing that with our team and with all of our employees throughout.
And we're going to dive more into that with the encounter. Let's move to purpose. As somebody steps into their purpose, they truly become undeniable. Like when you're in the room, whether it be virtual or tangible, like this room right here, your purpose starts coming out and impacting those around you. How have you learned to be more fully present as you're living out your purpose?
I think it's just experience.
Okay.
I think it's experience. I think it's again, understanding and letting it happen. I don't know if that's the right words for it, but for me, whenever I go into meetings now, I have more confidence from the experience in other meetings. As I even go into a meeting with a new intern that might be coming into our office, I go into that meeting with a different mindset, knowing I want to teach you. I want to take this time, slow down, teach you what I've learned and how you can bring that into whatever goals that you set, whatever business you want to develop in the future.
What a perfect segue for us to kind of go into an AHRK encounter. And this week alone, you just had a meeting with a new potential intern, and you said vision and goals came up.
Yeah.
Walk me into how that happens. On the AHRK encounter, what we're doing is we learn to acknowledge. We learn to see what is and isn't. Maybe some things are just unseen. And so what Adam's sharing with us is he had a meeting this week. He moved into an AHRK encounter experience recognizing, hey, I'm different. I'm leading, I'm engaging. So Adam, take us into, it doesn't just have to be this experience with this potential intern, but what are you learning to acknowledge on the bigger picture about vision and goal setting?
There's so much to that. I'm trying to sum it up in a quick line, but I'm looking back on all my conversations yesterday. I have people that have worked with me in the past that I've mentored, and now they're going into new business ventures. They're going into new opportunities. And then I look at somebody like our intern coming in, he's looking at it going, how do you manage all of these different conversations and different aspects of the business, and how can he learn from that? I hope I answered that.
So let me clarify just a little bit what I'm hearing. You have many people that you've worked with in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And you have new people coming into your life. Simultaneously, you have multiple business hats that you oversee. And part of what I want to draw out in this vision and goal setting concept is, this is just a reality of where you're at and what you do really well. You're not the CEO of those businesses.
No.
But what I would add is you are the CEO of your position.
Yeah.
And you are 100% responsible for ensuring that vision gets communicated.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we set the platform for you to know, what does Adam do every day? Now bring us into an AHRK encounter. What are the assumptions that happen with vision casting and goal setting?
The assumption would be knowing all the answers. And in vision and goal setting, you don't have to know all the answers. That's typically part of my day.
Yeah, unpack that a little more.
So to unpack that some more is, as we set a new business, set a new goal for that business, there will be questions that will come up. It'll be very fluid that during that growth, you'll be able to look at the choices that you make, whether they're good or bad, and keep adapting to those. So I think that's the acknowledgement of the experience of growing businesses.
I love that. And what we do in acknowledgement is we begin to really perceive what's available for us, and we navigate transitions. And I love how you said, you don't have to assume anything about the vision. In fact, you acknowledge that you might not understand it in totality, but you set yourself up to navigate it.
You set yourself up for success with that business.
I love that. And so as we begin to navigate and recognize that there's choice ahead of us, we then move into a place of healing. Now, healing is this aspect where we just really this is a process, and I need to be fully present in the process. And so we release in healing what harms, what doesn't work, what works against us. You might start thinking about, when have you tried to communicate a vision and fallen really short? Maybe not. And the other thing we do in healing is we draw on what helps. We look at and we go, how can I draw on resources? What can I do to clarify so I really have a full understanding of what I'm being confronted with? In healing, we're going to release something, we're going to receive something. We release what doesn't work, we take in what does. vision and goal setting with communication, Adam. Have you ever tried to communicate a vision or a goal and it didn't connect?
Yeah, and as you were saying that, there was a lot of thoughts running through my mind with healing. But I think for me, it's when you're communicating that vision to someone else, understanding what I've learned recently and through my growth is to pause for a moment. It's using their experience and what they're good at, and acknowledging. In the past, I used to try to do everything on my own. I used to try to take on everything, take on more, and do it myself, where now I release that and I empower the other people within the organization to grow and take that on as they set their goals for that area.
I love that. And as fabulous as Adam's answer just was, there was something even better than his answer. It was an unscripted element of ARC that has gotten into Adam, that as he communicates, he just paused himself. Did you catch it? If not, go back. It's like maybe a minute ago, Adam said, just to pause myself. He took a deep breath, and then he communicated with clarity and conviction exactly what he wanted his answer to be. Go again, go watch it play out, because this element of communication is so powerful. And it is healing, rather than getting flustered and just pushing through and trying to, it doesn't matter. And
I got to get it out.
I just got to get it out. It's my job. You said, no, my job is to communicate.
Effectively, pause. Yeah.
Well done. Well done. We're celebrating. On the ARC Encounter, we celebrate. We have great moments of healing so that we don't get stuck. Have you ever had anybody get stuck when you've casted a vision or set a goal for an individual? You ever been in that role where you're managing an employee and they're not reaching the goal? What can you communicate to that person in that moment? Maybe somebody at home is going, I'm stuck. What do you want to communicate to them that maybe they could move forward on a goal?
I think it would be, if you're stuck, to take a step back. Like I said before, that's what I do all the time. Take a step back, remove myself from it, and then do something else, and then come back. And as you reflect on it, you haven't thought about it, but in your mind, you've gone through, what am I really trying to achieve? And sometimes if somebody's stuck, part of my job is to help them see. They may not see that they're stuck in that situation. They may not see that they're stuck in that moment, and they're not getting the full growth and the full potential.
Your job is to help them see that they may not see that they're stuck.
Yeah.
Welcome to communication of vision and goal settings. When you're going to walk alongside somebody, they may not even know what's possible or that they're stuck. And as we move through an ARC path, we acknowledge, we heal. And what's beautiful about the ARC path is you don't have to go to restoration just because it's the next step. It's not really linear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, meaning I acknowledge that there's more available. I engage in healing, and that healing aspect can take you back to acknowledge, wow, I needed that. And then as you're ready to move into this restoration aspect, we say, let's build, let's invest, let's take on more. This is the choice of progress. It's actually where the transformation becomes beautiful, where you're like, I'm in this chrysalis experience. I'm moving from the caterpillar to the butterfly. I want to restore the fullness of life. And Adam, what I find in communication is it's a learned experience with other people. So how have you been mentored, encouraged, or really been able to have that restoration be given into you?
I've surrounded myself, to answer that question, with amazing people that share my values, share with my community in their growth and my growth. And I think that's, as they've communicated it, and this is really important, they've communicated it to me, my value. You don't always have that. So I think that's been a very important part.
So I'm going to pause. People have drawn out your value to you, which has moved you into a place of restoration.
Yeah, and because they've shared that with me, I've seen that they valued that.
And then as we go back through an acknowledgement path, you go, wow, I really do have value.
Yeah,
maybe even more than you gave yourself credit for, because somebody you trusted presented that. You release any lies or limiting beliefs
Yeah.
that may have been sitting there, and then you move back into restoration again. And then you find yourself signing up for a course to improve your life.
Yeah.
You mentioned this like on the side. And Adam, in your work, Adam works with multiple businesses, like we said, but does a lot of virtual social media, funnels, clicking, all sorts of great stuff out there. It's beyond my comprehension. But then Adam was researching another company, and then you got pulled in to sign up for their course. Why sign up for some other business's course, Adam?
To learn from them, to learn how they've done their business and been successful. But I don't have all the answers, and I'm good with that. But in today's world, if you're not open and willing to learn from others, that could be an issue. Because as I was, just to finish, as I was going through it, I saw what I was adopting in our business, but they were doing it a different way. So I kept going through it, and it kept me engaged to go, I want more. I want to know more. Oh no, now I got to pay $129. I still want more. And now I value that time to continue to learn more from.
So you're investing money,
Yeah.
you're investing time, you're investing energy. That is restoration to build and equip you to become the best version of you.
Of course. Yeah.
It's beautiful. And you're doing that on a journey so that you can become the best leader you even imagine as you manage, lead, and guide other people to do the same.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you are navigating a path called the AHRK path that leads you to the kingdom place. And when we touch this kingdom place, this is where we come into celebration, abundance, victory, success. These are all places that humanity wants to go to.
Yeah.
Some people don't think it's available for them, so then they step off the AHRK path and they go, woe is me, it's not for me. And really what they missed at that point was setting a goal. What would it look like for you to have a goal that you could celebrate? Make it easy, make it small. I want you to reach it. We set every day little goals that you can move yourself forward. And really, when we come to that place, we find our purpose. Adam, what are you learning about your purpose in this world? How are you engaging relationships different? Whether you manage them, you celebrate them at lunch. How are you? You've always been a people person.
Yeah.
But tell me more about how purpose is getting infused into your relationships.
I think it's interesting that you bring that up. So I messaged somebody, an old colleague, mentor of mine, the other day, saying, and one of the small lines was celebrate the small moments. So for me, all of this is accumulated to that kingdom being small moments. They don't all have to be huge moments. They don't all have to be moments that we acknowledged, but the small moments are what matters. So.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give that to you. Find a small moment today, celebrate it, and in that you're touching a kingdom breath. Take a pause, reset it, and go, wow, that was available for me. And here on the AHRK path, we want you to have both small moments of kingdom, large moments of celebration and kingdom moment, and that only happens when you walk the AHRK path on a regular basis. So come back, enjoy, be connected to us. And here's Maha to tell you exactly how you can develop your lifestyle to choose better with us in the AHRK community.
Well, I just love having Adam here at the studio today. Truly, we never know what to expect here sometimes through these conversations, but I know a lot of amazing things happen, a lot of healing, even for myself. So take a pause, take a breath, just like I have to. And I invite you, maybe check out more videos. It might inspire you in a different way. I also want to invite you to join our social community. You could find our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page on AHRK Path. You could also find more interviews at arcpath.com. And we also have courses and awesome podcast sessions to keep you encouraged and in tune, which you could find on our app called Circles Now. So I'm your host, Maha. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Hope to see you next time on AHRK Encounter.